Wow, we got some late night MLB news coming in hot. The best free agent that is available on the market, Josh Donaldson, has finally decided what team he's going to, and it is a huge improvement for that team. The Minnesota Twins have got themselves Josh Donaldson. They have a legitimate third baseman, an MVP candidate type player. It is a fantastic signing. I'm going to go into all the stats and details more in depth in the video, but you should know right from the start, love it. Great move. And then we also got news about Alex Cora, who of course is caught up in all the cheating scandals with the Astros, with the Red Sox. Major League Baseball seems like they're going to come down hard on him regardless of the outcome, and the Red Sox felt like it was time to part ways with Alex Cora, that he can no longer manage the team, so they have mutually parted ways. Alex Cora has been fired, maybe, I don't want to say fired, but they've let him go, and he is no longer the manager of the Boston Red Sox. Those are the two main stories we're going to talk about in today's video, as well as some minor stuff towards the end. As always, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on it. That's the best way to show your support. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the content. If you love baseball, click that sub button, join the team. Remember to get in the comments down below. Give me your thoughts and opinions on the Josh Donaldson signing, on the Red Sox letting go of Alex Cora. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts and opinions are. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description. Always talking baseball over there. And remember, if you guys want to buy any tickets to any sporting events, make sure to head on over to SeatGeek and use the code Giraffe. Save yourself $20 off your first purchase. Save that money. So let's start off by talking about the big free agent news, and then I'll address Alex Cora and that whole situation. We don't know his suspension yet, so it's not too in-depth. But the main meat, the main chunk of this video is going to be about Josh Donaldson signing a 4-year, $92 million deal with the Minnesota Twins of the AL Central, the reigning champions, which also has a 5th-year option that boosts the total contract value to $100 million. So yes, Josh Donaldson, who last year took a risk, gambled on himself, said, I'm going to take a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Braves, prove to everyone in Major League Baseball that I'm going to be worth it, I'm back, the injuries aren't slowing me down, and what a year he had. It paid off massively. The contract he would have gotten if he wanted multiple years last year is nothing in comparison to what he got today, and you got to give some props to Josh Donaldson for betting on himself. You love seeing players do it and coming out successful, especially when they're out of the NL East. Woohoo! As a Mets fan, I'm so happy. I thought the Phillies, the Nationals, the Braves, like they were all interested in Donaldson, and he's going to the Twins. Let's go! That's huge. That's huge. That's so big. For the Twins, you should be pumped. First off, it's basically going to cost you $20 million a year to get Josh Donaldson, because he's going to take that 5th-year option. I can't imagine he doesn't. This contract for Donaldson will take him pretty much into his 38-year-old season if he doesn't pick up the option, 39 if he does. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be picking up that option. He's probably not going to be getting paid that much as a 39-year-old hitting free agency. So you're probably going to see Josh Donaldson play his final games with the Minnesota Twins, unless they trade him through this contract, which if he continues to play like he is, which, you know, he's going to be getting up there in age, there's no reason to trade him. So let's take a look at what Josh Donaldson did last year for the Atlanta Braves in his one season there, and talk about how impactful he's going to be for the Twins, who were a really good team last year. They surprised a lot of people, but they were also a dark horse pick for others. They won the AL Central pretty easily over the Indians, although down the stretch there were some battles. But at the end of the day, they came out on top of the AL Central, and what I love that they did this offseason is that they didn't stay where they are. I was a little bit afraid that they weren't going to make moves, but going out and getting some of the pitching that they got, going out and getting Josh Donaldson automatically makes that team a better team, and my philosophy is always that if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. The Twins got significantly better adding Josh Donaldson. In 2019, Josh Donaldson played in 155 games, 37 homers with 33 doubles, so yes, 70 extra base hits, 94 RBIs, a 259 batting average with a 379 on base. He walked 100 times, 521 slugging to give an OPS at 900, finished 11th in the MVP voting. This coming off an injury-riddled season in 2018, didn't play well, was great in the field again. You thought maybe as the age gets older, he's going to be worse in the field, but no, he showed no signs of slowing down last year, and he even had a slow start to the year. That was like the only thing that was concerning, but he turned it on big time after that first month, and he was dominant for the Braves. Let me tell you, as a Mets fan watching him, when he stepped up to the plate every single time, I felt like he was going to make an impact, and that's what you're getting right now if you're a Minnesota Twins fan. You are getting a legitimate right-handed power bat who plays great defense at third base. This now allows you to have Miguel Sano be a DH, be a first baseman. You don't need to give up defense there at third base anymore because you have a great bat with Josh Donaldson and a great glove over there. Like, I love this move on all cylinders. That even makes sense? I love this move for all categories, or however you want to say it. I think it's just a great move by the Twins. You can stick them right in the heart of that lineup. They're going to be a fun team to watch if they can just get some pitching like they always need every single year, but they need Jose Barrios to step up. The Twins can be a very scary team. This is a huge addition to them. And I don't think that Josh Donaldson's really going to be a problem either on the injury side. He played 155 last year, was a gamer. Yes, the prior 2 seasons he didn't play a full year, 52 in 2018 and 113 in 2017, but since 2013, this is a guy who averages 136 games a year, 30 homers, 30 doubles, an OPS approaching 900, playing arguably Gold Glove defense at third base. Yes, he's not going to win it, but he plays really good defense at third base. This is a great move by the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota people, you should be excited. That's a huge addition. I love it. So now that we get over me talking about Josh Donaldson going to the Twins and being a huge fan of that move, let's talk talk about the kind of bad news, which is Alex Cora and the Boston Red Sox. As you guys know, yesterday, MLB came down hard on the Houston Astros, suspending Jeff Luhnow, AJ Hinch for a year. You might say, how does this have to do with Alex Cora? Don't worry, I'm getting to it. They got fined $5 million. Draft picks were gone. AJ Hinch and Luhnow are now out. They were fired. And Alex Cora was next because, of course, he was a part of that Astros organization and apparently was one of the big guys leading that whole cheating thing in Houston and did something similar. Again, a cheating thing going on in Boston, stealing signs electronically, which is a big no-no, as we know. That was a lot of times to say no, by the way. But the fact of the matter is that Alex Cora, unfortunately, is a guy who seems to be kind of heavily involved in cheating consistently. He was a part of it in Houston, and I'm not saying that you can really penalize him for the Red Sox where he did in Houston, but then he carried it on over to Boston, and that's where it gets really bad, especially where in the previous season, MLB was like, hey, you guys need to stop what you're doing. We know what's going on. Cut it out. And Alex Cora was like, nah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's no one in the replay room. Let's do it. The Red Sox and him no longer together. Alex Cora is no longer the manager of that Boston Red Sox team, which is crazy to think about because he won the World Series in 2018. Last year was a terrible season for them, let's be honest, but they had no pitching. That's not really his fault. That was Dombrowski's fault, the GM at the time. But I thought he was a very good coach. I still think he is a good coach, but just like with AJ Hinch, this is unfortunately going to be something that's going to be very hard for Alex Cora to recover from, in my opinion. First off, Major League Baseball still hasn't given out the suspensions or the punishment to the Boston Red Sox, which I expect to be heavy, although I think by firing Alex Cora or relieving him of his duties, it might be a little bit softer than if they kept him. But in the same regards, Alex Cora, he is going to get hit hard. There's some talks that maybe it'll be a lifetime ban, which is it an overreaction? I don't know. I don't think he's a danger or a bad thing to the game of baseball, but he is definitely not someone that you'll want to be looking up to. He's definitely not someone who is doing stuff the right way, and it's unfortunate because I do think he is a good manager and I think he's a great baseball mind. He is just not making the right decisions, and he is getting caught for doing things that he's not supposed to. So I think kind of like AJ Hinch and honestly a little more serious or a little more aggressively, Alex Cora is going to have a really hard time, I think, getting a job in Major League Baseball again, especially without knowing what the suspension is going to be, and the possibility of a lifetime ban looming over his head definitely doesn't help his situation. What do I think his punishment should be? I think the Red Sox punishment is going to be fairly similar to what the Astros got. You're going to see probably a $5 million fine, maybe a couple draft picks here and there. Dave Dombrowski's gone, so you're not going to suspend the GM who's currently there, who's not really a part of it. Alex Cora, of course, is gone. I think you're probably going to see some fines and draft pick loss, but not much else. And in terms of Alex Cora, I think you're not going to see a lifetime ban. I think that'd be very drastic, and it would send a crazy message, but I don't think that's the move MLB wants to do just now. I think we could see maybe a 5-year suspension, a 10-year suspension, which is essentially going to be a lifetime for Alex Cora. Not that he's that old, but at that point, no one's really going to want him back as a manager. And honestly, I don't even know if as a bench coach, wherever he goes, the cheating is going to follow him regardless, even if he's a bench coach, even if he's a third base coach, even if he's a minor league coordinator. It's just not a good look for an organization to have this guy be a part of it. The Red Sox addressed that. They saw it. They thought that this was the right move, that he could no longer be a part of the team. Feel for Alex Cora, but also at the same time, he was cheating. He got caught. You got to pay for what you did. In minor news, the Angels and the Diamondbacks made a minor trade earlier today. The Diamondbacks traded right-hand pitcher Matt Andriese to the Los Angeles Angels in exchange for Jeremy Beasley. Since coming to Arizona, Andriese has been used more as a relief pitcher, and it hasn't really been a great start for him. I think it's just another arm to add depth for Los Angeles Angels. This guy's definitely not going to be at the top of your rotation. Honestly, I don't even know if he'll be at the back end. He's probably going to be a bullpen arm. One thing to note, though, is that his strikeouts per 9 did go up last year, but he does give up a lot of hits, does give up a fair few amount of walks, and for a guy who doesn't really have plus stuff, he's not going to be a huge impact arm. I don't think it's a huge move. I don't think it's very impactful. And for the Diamondbacks, like, this is just another arm. Again, this wasn't one of your main guys in the bullpen. Yes, he pitched 70 innings last year, but this wasn't one of the guys that you go to like in a close game or when you need a win right now. Jeremy Beasley was the number 18 prospect according to MLB pipeline of the Angels system, so the Arizona Diamondbacks get a prospect per se, but the Angels system is very, very weak, one of the weakest in Major League Baseball, so that number 18 rating could really be like a 30 for some other teams, or maybe not even inside the top 30. In AAA and AA last year, he was okay. I mean, he had like minor league numbers basically. I don't expect him to step in for the Arizona Diamondbacks and be a big arm, but again, it's just another depth piece, and why not get a younger guy and get rid of Matt Andriese? So overall, at the end of the day, we had a lot of big news going on. Donaldson to the Twins, Cora's gone as the manager. We had the Angels making a trade. I would love to know what your guys' opinion is on all the moves down the comment section below. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? You think it was unfair? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Remember to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel. I know you ain't subscribed. Click that sub button, join the team. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description. I'm always talking baseball over there. And remember, if you guys want to buy any tickets to any sporting events, make sure to head on over to SeatGeek and use the code Giraffe. Save yourself $20 off your first purchase. Save that money. And otherwise, I need to edit this video and get it out because it's about 8:30 right now. And I don't want this to come out at like 11 o'clock. So yeah, let's end it up here. You guys know the drill. YouTube recommends you watch this video as well as this is my most recent upload. So click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for another video. Bye.